I think this ability to not only have big ideas, but to make them happen, just like General Draper did in the airlift and like he did in the rebuilding of Germany, they made things happen. This characteristic is not unique, of course, to these gentlemen, very much a common characteristic of the three of them, and that's why we're here in part to honor them tonight.
I think the Drapers have had a seminal impact on the venture business. It was actually Bill's father that did so much work early on with Pitch Johnson and others. Bill and Pitch himself, the founding of Sutter Hill Ventures, and then all of Tim's work at what's now Draper Fisher Jurvetson with their offices all around the world.
It's been a great association with Bill Draper, who's a prince and maybe one of the founding fathers of the venture capital industry in Silicon Valley.
I think they've been the backbone of the venture industry in Silicon Valley, and Bill and his father certainly among the pioneers in this industry.
Because his father was the one who came up with the idea of limited partnerships, and Bill was one of the very first original real VC investors, and now Tim carrying on investing in great companies. I think it's hard to measure their impact other than say that it's been absolutely unique and original.
Three generations had a lot in common. And one characteristic I think is vital to anyone is called zeal. You've got to want to do things. You've got to want it a lot.
Dad did lead by example, because I did start by knocking on doors. When I got started in the venture business, I would knock on doors. Any new development that had companies that were something software, I would go in and see.
Tim Draper is the founder of our firm, and as you know, he's the only third-generation West Coast venture capitalist. In fact, the only third-generation venture capitalist on the planet. This is an industry that is pretty rarefied, pretty small numbers of people doing it and over a short period of time, and to have someone who's learned his lessons growing up with his father, who grew up learning lessons around the dinner table from his father about entrepreneurship and the human dramas that ensue. It's quite remarkable to watch.
I think that they, like any other successful venture capitalists, really enjoy entrepreneurs. They like helping them build large companies.
I dedicated the book to the entrepreneurs of the world, and truthfully, it is the entrepreneur that puts in the blood, sweat, and tears, many hours.
I was totally moved when, during that conversation, Bill Draper said yes. So there's a big poster on his wall that says, Dr. Yes.
Tim, as many of you may know, but I want to make sure it's well known, single-handedly had the epiphany that made Hot Meal successful across the planet.
I spend a lot of time with entrepreneurs, even if they're just coming and pitching us, trying to work out how high is up.
But it's all about education and helping entrepreneurs succeed at the end of the day. That's what the Drapers are all about.
And we work together, and sometimes we'll come up with something that has a little bit more of what's called virality now.
The thing about the entire family, crossing all generations, is I think they're really innovative, critical thinkers, and they're almost on the edge, thinking about what's happening in the world, what are new things, not only in technology, but in terms of society.
He mentored by example, and integrity is the thing I first think about with my father.
It's really a time to thank Bill and thank the foundation for their work and their effect on me as a person, and also, more importantly, millions of people around the world whose lives have been transformed by this work. So thank you.